उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नरसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम्। श्रीनरसिंह जय नरसिंह जय जय नरसिंह। प्रह्लादेश जय पद्मा मुख पद्मा भृङ्गा। Jai Hare Krishna. Welcome, Kriti. Thank you for joining. So
Hare
today's
Krishna Mataji, thank you.
Happy Narshinga Chaturdashi. So today is the most auspicious appearance day of Lord Nrsimhadev. So I was thinking I'll sit and do some little meditation, and I said, well, I could just put a notification and see who comes, and then we can record it as well. So I want to share a few prayers that is connected with our cleansing process of being in this material human birth, and how Nrsimhadev, being the Lord protector, Rupa Goswami says that Nrsimhadev rules Vatsalya. He is a very affectionate, very fatherly mood is Nrsimhadev's mood. So I thought, just as there's two sides of the father. One is like affectionate, sweet, and the other is a tough love. So let's meditate a little bit about Lord Nrsimhadev's beautiful form. He's gigantic, he's huge. He has his hair flying like flames, and his tongue is like a sword. Srimad Bhagavatam describes his beauty. It's like a ferocious beauty. But to have somebody on our side who's like that is very protective. So I have a few pictures that I want to share, and we'll go on a mental pilgrimage. First, I would like to take you to Melkote. Melkote is actually one of the Divya Deshams. So let's relax our shoulders. Visualize us taking an airplane, arriving in Bangalore airport, and then taking a car and driving all the way to Melkote. Melkote is a place where Lord Ramanujacharya stayed there for about 13 years. He even took sannyas there. And this is a place where Prahlad Maharaj went after Hiranyakashipu was killed. So he went there to do meditation. So let us remember Prahlad Maharaj going up the hill of Melkote Dham. This is downstairs, this place. I have been here when I was 1 year old. My father offered me to learn Nrsimhadev in this place. So Melkote, so this is the Chelvanarayana temple. So this is the beautiful temple entrance. So we are entering inside this place. And we have darshan of Chelvanarayana Swami. He's also self-manifested deity. Ramanuja found this deity. So after having his darshan, we'll go up the hill. No, before the hill, sorry, this is Chelvanarayana Utsava Murti. This is small deity which jumped on the lap of Ramanujacharya because a Muslim king had taken away many deities, and this was one of them. So Selva Pillai, when the Muslim king was approached by Ramanujacharya, and Ramanujacharya said, "My deity is here." And then the Muslim king made fun. He said, "Yeah, your deity, it seems if he's your deity, you call him. If he comes, you take him back." So Ramanujacharya called him Selva Pillai, Vah, Vah, he called him. And this deity jumped across the court room of the king and jumped on Ramanujacharya. And Ramanujacharya brought him back to Melkote. And that princess, Bibi Nachar, she was the sister or daughter of that Muslim king who followed this deity because she was very attached to him. And then she spent rest of her life in Melkote. Then we go up the hill. There's a beautiful hill, very beautiful Melkote. I'll show you quickly the hill as well. But as we're entering, we go up the stairs and we visit Ramanujacharya. This is Ramanujacharya deity. And let's see where Nrsimhadev Bhagavan ki jai. So this is a self-manifested form of the Lord that appeared to show Prahlad Maharaj how to do meditation. So we can see him, he's sitting in a yoga position. So he's known as Yoga Narasimha Swami. Prahlad Maharaj went up the hill in Melakote after Hiranyakashipu was killed, and he was trying to do meditation with all his Shaligram Shilas. And those Shaligram Shilas, as Prahlad Maharaj was meditating, those Shaligram Shilas became this deity. So you can actually see in some of the photos where Narsingadev, here it's all kavacha, you cannot see his body clearly, but without all this cloth and kavacha, you can actually see Shaligram. Very, very special deity, Yoga Narsimha Swami. So we'll do a little prayer while watching his gorgeous form. He appears like he's coming out of a mountain. So the Shaligram just kind of took shape and got attached to the mountain up there in the cave. And then you can actually see Nrsimhadev like that. This was the deity that I was offered to by my father when I was few months, I think 1 month old. Like that, my father took me up and offered me. So he is very much in the mood of Yoga Narsimha, very Shanta, very peaceful, very peacefully will help us to go through anartha and everything. And one of the songs that I learned from my grandmother, ನಂಬಿದೆ ನಿನ್ನ ಪದ ನರಸಿಂಹ ಎನ್ನ ಬೆಂಬಿಡದೆ ಸಲಹಯ್ಯ ನರಸಿಂಹ ನಂಬಿದೆ ನಿನ್ನ ಪದ ನರಸಿಂಹ ಎನ್ನ ಬೆಂಬಿಡದೆ ಸಲಹಯ್ಯ ನರಸಿಂಹ ಪಾದ ಹಂಬಲಿಸುವರ ಕಾಯು ನರಸಿಂಹ ಪುರಂದರ ವಿಠಲ ನರಸಿಂಹ ನಂಬಿದೆ ನಿನ್ನ ಪಾದ ನರಸಿಂಹ ಎನ್ನ ಬೆಂಬಿಡದೆ ಸಲಹಯ್ಯ ನರಸಿಂಹ. This prayer is an invocation asking the protection of Lord Nrsimhadev, invoking the natural Vatsalya mood of Nrsimhadev and declaring that, my dear Lord Nrsimhadev, I take shelter of you. I offer myself to you, the good and the bad. Whatever the character defects are getting in the way of my happiness in terms of spiritual progress, whatever the obstacles, whatever the character defects, please help me remove those character defects so I can focus on my service and give me the nourishment that I require for making this progress in spiritual life. And I'm seeking, very eagerly, I'm seeking your service at your lotus feet. Let's see, this is one of the things I wanted to show. Then, after Melukote, we can go to Hampi. This is one of the very famous temples of Nrsimhadev. The very famous deity of Nrsimhadev. This is, as you can see, it's been destroyed. The Muslims destroyed the arms and the feet and all that. You could imagine how beautiful it was. Huge, magnanimous, very huge deity. But the Muslims, they destroyed it. But still you can see this beautiful form of Nrsimhadev. He is also in yoga position, Yoga Narsimha Swami. He's showing how to do yoga, how to be in alignment. So we can pray at the lotus feet of Nrsimhadev. That just like a father, he nourishes us. He gives us the strength to face all these karmic baggage that we are carrying, all these materialistic desires and tendencies. Varahaku tireve ninage narasimhane. So we don't have to carry that burden anymore. My dear Lord Nrsimhadev, these I offer all this baggage that I've been carrying for many lifetimes. And I pray at your lotus feet to liberate me from all these material desires, sinful desires, offensive mentality, and to liberate me by giving your shelter. I think there are more pictures of the same deity here. We can see very kind of very special deity, very unique carving sculpture. It's a very touristic place in Hampi. Jayanagara Samrajya, that used to be a very big kingdom, very beautiful. So here we see another form here. We have seen in many South Indian temples, there is this architecture of different avatars. Look at the intricacies of all the jewelry, everything carved in stone. This form, Nrsimhadev, is killing Hiranyakashipu. It is described in Srimad Bhagavatam how small Hiranyakashipu was in front of Nrsimhadev. And When I was hearing that, I thought sometimes I'm giving so much importance to my anarthas, to my weaknesses. But actually, these weaknesses are such a tiny, insignificant speck in front of the mercy and the power and the protection of the Divine Lord. So in front of Nrsimha, the Hiranyakashipu was like a tiny little cockroach. The Hiranyakashipu was immediately smashed. The ego and the body of Hiranyakashipu were smashed. So similarly, today, I want to take shelter of Lord Nrsimhadev, who's very, very humongous. He's huge. He's very Nakham Adbhuta Shringam. His diamond-like nails are decorating him, and he is never ever seen Adbhuta Rupam. Such an extraordinary form of the Lord, so huge. His hair of the mustache was shoving away the clouds in the sky. So very, very huge avatar. So in front of his huge mercy, huge protection and shelter, what are my weaknesses and my anarthas? I'm struggling, my dear Lord Nrsimhadev, with the weakness of heart, with this mind causing me so many kinds of illusions and delusions. I'm looking for so many substitutes in this world, try to fill that void in my heart. And you are so generous, you're so big. And all these anarthas are very small. And my desire to be in your shelter, to be under your care, can defeat all these weaknesses. So today I am handing over all my weaknesses at your lotus feet, and I'm seeking help. So, like an affectionate father who's approached by the children in a very honest manner, admitting our faults and our flaws, we can approach Lord Nrsimhadev today with that mood, with humility, with that sense of sincerity, of acknowledging that I have so much work to do, so much anartha nivriti, so much of cleansing of the heart to be done. So approaching Lord Nrsimhadev, just like he ripped open Hiranyakashipu's intestines, may he gently, remove all these character defects that is blocking our spiritual progress. Let us offer our heartfelt prayers to Narsimha Swami, to, like a gentle father, help us to overcome our weaknesses. And there are more, you see, beautiful, beautiful sculptures, a lot of carvings, architecture. Here we can see Lakshmi Narsimha Swami as well. And there are some like double avatars also, Varaha and Narsimha together. Also, there is Venkata Narasimha. I wanted to see that one. Let me Google it after watching this. So some of them are like he's looking like he's dancing. Actually, in fact, his ankle belts were so the music, the way when he walked and he came out of the pillar, there was this music. When my astrology guru did a yagya, he was describing this 8 heads of Nrsimhadev and how 8 heads have different colors and different shapes of different animals. One is Simha, one is lion face, and the other is swan face, another is horse face. So he has 8 forms. Let us actually try to find that. This is another deity. I wanted to also show you Panaka Narasimha. Maybe we'll go through Panaka Narasimha and then we will go and look for 8-headed Nrsimhadev. Okay, so this is Melkote. So this is Panaka Narasimha. So now we finished Melkote, right? And then we saw also Hampi. So we are still in Karnataka, and then we will go to Panaka Narasimha. Panaka Narasimha is in Andhra. I think it's in Andhra, Mangalagiri. Yeah, Mangalagiri it is. So we'll go there. And this Panaka Narasimha is very special because as you can see, he has his mouth open. And he's very mysterious because when we go and we take a pot of panagam, means lemonade, and then we pour it into the mouth of Nrsimhadev, and he will give out 50% of whatever he drinks, he'll give it out as mahar. So very, very special deity. This is the temple, Panaka Narasimha. And this is the hill. This is a temple. You can see. Mangalagiri Narasimha Swami. Very, very famous. Is also one of the self-manifested deities of Nishingadev. Okay, so we have now visited Panaka Narsimha, just like he's accepting this offering of lemonade. May he also accept my desire to want to take shelter in him, my desire to want to cleanse my anarthas and become pure in heart so I can be of service to the Lord, so I can be an instrument in his hands to propagate the mission of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So whatever service, whatever it is that I can do, may I give myself 100%. May Panaka Narsimha accept our bhakti, accept our emotions, accept our devotion. So after we're praying at the lotus feet of Panaka Narasimha, after this mystical, mysterious journey, now we will go to Ahobilam. So in Ahobilam, there are many, many forms of Nrsimhadev. Jwala Narasimha, Krodha Narasimha, Malola Narasimha. There's so many Nrsimhadevs in Ahobilam. So very famous here, you can see Jay. So many forms of the Lord. So many forms of Nrsimhadev in Ahobilam. So now we will go to Ahobilam, which is also in Andhra Pradesh. Mentally, we are doing this pilgrimage today because it's Nrsimha Chaturdashi. We can go to Ahobilam and we go and pay obeisances to Ahobilam Narasimha, Nava Narasimha. There are nine Nrsimhadevs there. So we pay obeisances to all the Nrsimhadev, all the different Nrsimhadevs, Ahobila Narasimha, Krodha Narasimha, Karanja Narasimha, Jwala Narasimha, Malola Narasimha, Pavana Narasimha, Yogananda Narasimha, and what does it say? Chatravata Narasimha and Bhargava Narasimha. ನರಸಿಂಹನೆಂಬ ದೇವನು ನಂಬಿದಂತ ನರರಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ವರವ ಕೊಡುವನು ನರಸಿಂಹನೆಂಬ ದೇವನು ನಂಬಿದಂತ ನರರಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ವರವ ಕೊಡುವನು ನಾರಸಿಂಹ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀ ನಾರಸಿಂಹ ಅಹೋಬಲ ನಾರಸಿಂಹ ಕ್ರೋಧ ನಾರಸಿಂಹ ಕಾಂಜ ನರಸಿಂಹ ಜ್ವಾಲಾ ನಾರಸಿಂಹ ಮಾಲೋಲ ನಾರಸಿಂಹ ಪಾವನ ನಾರಸಿಂಹ ಯೋಗಾನಂದ ನಾರಸಿಂಹ ಛತ್ರವಾತ ನಾರಸಿಂಹ ಭಾರ್ಗವ ನಾರಸಿಂಹನೆಂಬ ದೇವನು ನಂಬಿದಂತ ನರರಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ವರವ ಕೊಡುವನು. We'll also sing about Melkote Narsimha and Mayapura Narasimha. Everybody will remember. Okay, so after Ahobilam, let us go and do a little research here about in the ancient temples of Nrsimhadev. Let us try to find the 8-headed Narsimha. Okay. Ashtamukha Ganda Verunda Narasimha. He really protects us all 8 directions. Whoa, look at that. This is Ashtamukha Ganda Verunda Narasimha. Let's see if I can expand this. Here. 8-headed. So 4 heads this side and 4 heads that side. I don't see the lion one. Here is the lion. No, this is a tiger. I don't think this is so accurate. There's no, I think one of the head is missing or something. But he has so many arms. He has so many. You see here, one of them, it is the swan, but it has feathers. Another is an eagle. So it has also feathers. And those feathers, they fan the bhakti in our heart. Like that is beautiful. I don't know how authentic this particular article is. ನಮೋ ಭಗವತಿ ಅಷ್ಟಮುಖ ಗಂಡ ಬೇರುಂಡ ಮೋಗುಲ ಜ್ವಾಲ ಜ್ವಾಲ ಸುದರ್ಶನ ವರಾಹ ಶ್ರೀ ನರಸಿಂಹ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀ ನರಸಿಂಹಾಯ ನಮಃ. Okay, this is, see, some other form is also similar, it says. Anyway, this particular article doesn't look authentic, but when my astrology guru did this yagya, he invoked this Nrsimhadev because he has Siddhi of this particular Nrsimhadev stotra. So when he calls that particular Nrsimhadev, because he has done many years of chanting, and he has a Siddhi, when he calls, the Nrsimhadev appears. And when he appears, he provides protection for all those people whose names are recited for the yajna like that. So some of you have experience of being part of this yajna, and it'll be, yeah. So one of this forms of the Lord, I think the Garuda face and the Hanu, he also has monkey, see monkey face, Varahag, Ashwa, he has a horse face, he has a tiger face. So each of this represents destruction of certain kind of anarthas. So that's why when we get this puja done, sometimes immediately we may not feel positive. It will kind of make us oof, exhausted, weak. Then it will uplift us because he cleanses our sinful tendencies, he cleanses our anarthas very effectively. So sometimes we may think, oh, I'm praying to the Lord, but not like lucky things materially is not happening, but the cleansing is happening. So that's the point here. Okay, then let us see what else is here. Lakshmi is in South India. Lakshmi Narsimha Swami is very popular because he's very Shanta and he's with Lakshmi Devi. So it's very popular in Nrsimhadev in South India. So let us see now. We are in South India right now in our meditation. Now we will go to Mayapur. So we'll take a flight from South India and then we will go to Mayapur Dham. We'll take a car from Mayapur, go there. And then Nrsimhadev Bhagavan ki jai. Look at him. So
Hi.
he's very rare form because he's Sthanu Narasimha. He just came out of the pillar. Very beautiful form of Nrsimhadev coming out of the pillar. I'm trying to zoom it, but it doesn't. Oof, looks so gorgeous. Can you see zoomed?
Yes, Mataji. Now I cannot, but the previous one was fine.
Yes, now see Abhishek is going on. Yesterday big Abhishek happened there. And when Mayapur floods, Narsingadev goes underwater. So we all have to go to temple by boat. And Narsingadev is like, you see, this pujari is offering the flower from underneath the Ganga. This is pure Ganga. Ganga water floods inside the temple. And then he
So does it happen often?
A few years like that. Actually,
Okay.
it's not very predictable. It depends on how much rain. If there's a lot of rain, it happens.
Mm-hmm.
Because the dam, they have to open the dam in Kolkata. So when they open the dam, this happens. Oh, but look. And last time she came, the Ganga came exactly enough to touch Radha Madhava's lotus feet. And then she went down. She just wanted to touch Madhava's lotus feet. And then she went down like that. I mean, it doesn't happen often, but again, if it rains a lot, then the government opens the dams. And this is the new temple, you see, when a lion has a wing, the grand opening of the TOVP. Beautiful temple. Nrsimhadev is still not there. They didn't, because he
Mm.
was alone there, they didn't put him in there yet. He's still in the main temple with Radha Madhava, but when it is ready, then they will. Right now, they have like a replica there. But when the full temple is ready, then they will move Nrsimhadev also to.
I think it's in October of 2024. I'm
Say
not
that
sure.
again?
I was thinking, because last time when I was in Mayapur, they were saying they expect to move him by October 2024.
Yeah, no, it's gonna take more time.
More time. Okay.
Yeah, because they just opened the wing this year. They opened Narsimha wing, but
I see.
whole temple it's still not ready. It's gonna take some time. Look at him with all this gemstone kavacha. So nice. And there are many stories of Nrsimhadev and the pujari, the sculptor, and he got the designs how to make Nrsimhadev. There is a way that they check to see if the stone is alive. They don't just carve deity from any stone. The stone needs to be alive. So they have a particular bug, and that particular bug is left to go from one side of the stone to the other. So only then when that insect will, like, let's say this is the stone, and then the insect will be left here, and the insect should carve all the way in, and then it will go. It's like a sacred insect. I mean, sacred means it's considered sacred. So it will go all the way through it and then come out alive. Then they know that that stone is alive, and only then they can do stapana or bring the life into, I mean, make the deity. So this deity was also like that. It was done in South India, Madurai. And then so they did it, and then the sculptor, he finished the carving, and then he said, let me go and take a break, because he was working very hard. So he thought, let me go take a break from my work. Then I will go. Then after I come back, then I'll call the Mayapur people to come and take the deity. And then so he went on a vacation, leaving Lord Narsimhadev, who was done. It was already sculpted. So Narsimhadev was inside this hut. He had made like a hut, like his workshop. Not hut, but it's like a workshop. So he left, right? Then there was fire. There was fire in the place. Narsimhadev burnt down his whole mm, workshop. And then he got a call from the villagers, hey, your workshop is on fire, come immediately. Narsimhadev is burning everything down. Ask those devotees to come and take him. So then he called the Mayapur temple, and he said, please come and take Narsimhadev, he's burning everything down. So he was very eager to go to Mayapur. And before Lord Narsimhadev came to Mayapur, Mayapur was also very kind of, there were a lot of gundas, there were a lot of like Muslim people who had come, and a lot of crime. There was a lot of crime happening in Mayapur, all kind of, it was a very unsafe place until Narsimhadev came. In fact, before Lord Narsimhadev came, there was an attack on Radha Madhava temple, and they stole Radharani. They thought it's gold, you know. Back then, there was all these kind of hooligans, like rowdy type of people. So they shot. They brought gun and everything, and they shot. And back then, there was Bhakti Raghav Maharaj. I think some people got hurt actually. Maharaj lost his leg, and some people got shot, and so many things happened. And something happened to Radharani, and then big Radharani, but then they protected. So no, they didn't let anything happen to the deities. So that's when they decided that we need to install Nrsimhadev, because let me show you another Nrsimhadev that Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he installed Nrsimhadev in Yoga Peeth. So there is also, I mean, in West Bengal also we have Nrsimhadev, who is in Narsimhapalli. Narsimhapalli is also self-manifested deity of Nrsimhadev. Where is it? I'm trying to find the. So I'm saying that Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur had a lot of enemies. And the mother of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur told him, you should establish Narsimhadev in the temple. See, this is the deity here. This is the deity in Yoga Peeth that Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur installed them. And after that, there was more. See, he looks a little bit like Varahadev, but this is in Yoga Peeth. And under this is the samadhi of his mother, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur's mother, which is Bhakti Vinod Thakur's wife. Her samadhi is under this Nrsimhadev. And there is also Gaur Gadadhar next to Nrsimhadev. So the point is, after he installed Nrsimhadev, then his enemies and all the evil, like all the criminal things reduced. So similarly, when our Mayapur Ugra Narsimha came, all nonsense people got kicked out. So that's the idea. That's why I really like Nrsingadev so much, because I want this anartha nivritti. I want to clean my heart. I want to clean my intentions. And so, taking shelter of Nrsingadev, he makes sure that our progress is not shallow, our progress is not superficial. See, this is by the way, this is that photo of Nrsingadev in that place where the sculptor had finished painting, I mean, when it finished sculpting him. Far out stories of Nrsingadev. One time, because I saw the eyes, I'm going to share. I'm trying to meditate on Nrsingadev, so whatever pastimes we can share here. So one time, generally, Lord Nrsinga has red color eyes. I can show you his eyes. Then one Mata, some donor donated eyes for Nrsingadev. Like here, you can see his eyes are red here. It's not so clear in this image, but his eyes are red. So the donor donated some blue eyes, very beautiful, very expensive stone eyes. Mm. You see that red that thing he has, and then this red one he has here. It's always red. You can see it's all red all around. So they had made another eyes for him, which was blue around. It was not red all around. Then one day, one of the Mataji, she had to go through some surgery, and she had eyes problem. She couldn't see properly. I think this one, right? You can see here. See, he has red one. And then he told that Mataji came in the dream, and he told, I want my eyes back, because they had put new eyes, blue eyes. And then he said, I want my eyes back. So then she went and she told the devotee. She didn't know anything. Nobody had said that they had changed their eyes or nothing. She went and asked Nrsingadev, please, help me with my eyes situation. I want to be able to see your forms, like that. And then she told the pujari next day, oh, I had this dream, and Nrsingadev is asking, I want my eyes back, then you will get your vision. And the pujari is like, wow, how did you know? We just tried a new eyes, just like that, and it seems Nrsingadev doesn't like it. So he's very receptive in that way. And my very close friend, once her son had a fall and the brain, they had to do some brain surgery. It was a very serious situation. And they were all praying to Nrsingadev very intensely. They lived in Mayapur. And very miraculous things happened. Just before the puja, the doctor said, like, no chance of survival, the brain will be damaged. And then after they did the Narsimha Abhishek, and everybody, devotees were chanting and praying, and Mataji like stayed up all night chanting and everything. And after the pujari also went and prayed. Then the next day morning, the doctors come and they look at the report and say, what is this? This is a miracle. It's got healed. There's no need for surgery only. So like that, so many miracles have happened at Narsingadev. And even I personally have experiences that sometime I go and ask him, should I do this or should I not do this? And whenever I ask questions, like you can see here, he has all these many, many, many garlands and flowers. This is Chandan Vesh when he's full Chandan. And then he will answer. He will answer by pushing flowers. Initially, I used to think that if the flower will fall from the left side, it means no. And if it falls from the right side, it means yes. That was my experience before I got married, that with Balaji deity, I used to have that. But then my Guru Maharaj told me, Arey, for deity, there's no left and right. Whichever side the flowers will fall, it means is yes. So like then Nrsingadev is very, very, very receptive, he's in Stanu form, very like Ugra, he's very angry. At the same time, he's very, very Vatsalya. So it's like the angry father who's trying to protect the child from anything, internal and external enemies. Like that. That is the form of Nrsingadev. You have any other share realizations or any story to share?
Uh, well, I don't have realizations to share, Mataji, but thank you so much. It was like I'm sitting right now. I'm working from home, but for me to sit and then go on a yatra is like it's like the most beautiful thing for me, and especially on Narsimha Chaturdashi here. For many reasons, I'm not able to go to the temple.
I see.
So, but yeah, but doing this is like the most amazing thing. Your mind calms down. I've been wondering from the time I'd done reading with you that, what in my heart can change for me to accept that I need change inside my heart with Amit and everything. And this is
Mm,
like an amazing start on a Narsimha Chaturdashi, having his form, meditating and looking at his lotus feet, going
yeah,
to Melkote, and this is amazing, Mataji.
yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, we should also go to Jagannath Mandir in Mayapur because we're still in Mayapur. We just saw
Yeah,
there, and they dress
Rajapur.
Jagannath as Narsingha. Look at him. So
Oh, he looks so
cute.
cute.
Amazing. So, and this is, I don't know which place this is. They've dressed him with the face of
Face
Narsingha.
of Narsimha.
And this is, of course, Rajapur Jagannath. Rajapur Jagannath is non-different from Jagannath in the Puri.
Mm,
Also, this is also
right.
very cute. Ananta Shesh Jagannath. I don't know, when you were talking, suddenly I thought, oh, Jagannath also dresses as Narsingha. Let's go and see.
Narsimha.
Oh, look at this
Yeah.
Jagannath as Narsingha.
As
Yeah,
it is the as it is, Narsimhadev is. I mean, his reciprocation feels like the softer for
yeah.
devotees. I mean,
Yeah.
even anybody who walks in there, it feels like he's willing to just take you. And if you add Jagannath there, it's like double the
Yeah,
times
it's
of
like a
just
epitome of the
yeah,
Vatsalya with full love at the same time, Nashinga. I
true.
think, like, sometimes I pray to, whenever I have some desire or I have some plan, I always ask, I go and tell Jagannath, my dear Lord Jagannath, I have this plan or whatever, but if it's not what you want, please stop it from happening. Stop
Mm,
happening. Many, many times, whenever I was doing some decisions, I was not sure. I would ask Jagannath, please stop me if it is not what you want. Same with Nashingadev. If it's not good for me, then stop it from happening.
right,
And he can give us the strength, right? Nashingadev is a
true.
Vatsalya mood when we ask him. See, some people are afraid of Nashingadev, but we
Right,
don't need to be afraid. But we need to understand that he sometimes does tough love. Tough
right.
means he won't let us have the candy all day, every day.
Mm,
He wants us to focus on purifying our heart. He wants us to focus on what actually truly brings us happiness. So let us again offer ourselves at the lotus feet of Lord Nrsingadev, Prahlad Maharaj, because without Prahlad Maharaj's mercy, we cannot have the mercy of Lord Nrsingadev. So let us offer our obeisances. Mayapur Dham, Nrsingadev Bhagwan, Prahlad Maharaj, Ananta Shesh, is Audarya Dham, Mayapur is Audarya Dham. So let us invoke the blessings of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who also showed himself as Narsimha. I can show you the place where he exhibited that form. Let me show you here. In Srivas Angan in Mayapur. Um, one time Mahaprabhu got very angry. So when he became angry, he showed himself as Nashinga and then he started to chase everybody. He got ferocious and then he started running around like, and everybody's like, please Mahaprabhu, you come in Audarya form. You're supposed to be merciful. Please don't destroy anything. See here, this is him showing his Narshinga Rupa. So he came as Narsimha. He showed, I mean, he showed that I'm only Narsimha. Like, I mean, he got into that mood suddenly. So this is inside Srivasangan. If we go inside, we can actually see that form of the Lord. There's also the broken mridanga in this place. This mridanga here, this was broken by Chand Kazi. Chand Kazi broke that mridanga. I don't know if it's the same mridanga, but yeah, they have mridanga broken. Kol Banga Danga, something like that the name is. Mm. And then he shows his Vishwarupa, he showed his Vishwarupa there to the intimate associates. So the same Lord Chaitanya, let us pray to Lord Gauranga Mahaprabhu to give us empowerment, to give us the strength to work on all these impurities in our heart, to clean our heart so that we can chant purely, so we can achieve the purpose of our life and become part of the mission of Lord Gauranga. May Lord Gauranga Mahaprabhu, who appeared as Nrsimhadev, forgive us, empower us, and give us the strength to do His will. We have no other way except to take the shelter of Lord Chaitanya. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Chaitanya Charitamrita, it is said that even the impossible things will become possible by remembering Lord Chaitanya. And even the very easy, simple things will become impossible if we forget the lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So as we are in Mayapur Dham, having the darshan of Shri Shri Panchatattva, Shri Gauranga Mahaprabhu, and Shri Vasangan, let's pay our obeisances and take the dust of the holy Dham and declare to the Lord that I am powerless over my weaknesses, my dear Lord. You are all powerful. You can restore me to sanity. And today, on the most auspicious Nrsimha Chaturdashi, I offer my will and my life into your care. Give me the empowerment to do with me whatever it is that you have planned. Build with me a life that is meaningful and a life filled with happiness and a joyful devotional service. May I always be of service, and may your will and not mine be done. Thank you. There is another one, Stotra. Going to play that. It's very nice. It's called Shanikrita Narsimha Stuti. It's very powerful for anybody who has any Saturn-related problems in the chart. This song relieves that. अथ शनैश्चरकृता नरसिंहस्तुतिः श्रीकृष्ण उवाच सुलभो भक्तियुक्तानां दुर्दर्शो दुष्टचे. Oh, I'm not sharing the screen. I'm sorry. I thought I was sharing. The lyrics is also here. दुर्दर्शो दुष्टचेतसां तानां दुर्दर्शो दुष्टचेतसाम् अनन्यगतिकानां च प्रभुर्भक्तैकवत्सलः शनैश्चरस्तत्र नृसिंहदेवस्तुतिं चकारामलचित्तवृत्तिः प्रणम्य साष्टाङ्गमशेषलोककिरीटनीराजितपादपद्मम् शनिरुवाच यत्पादपङ्कजरजः परमादरेण संसेवितं सकलकल्मषराशिनाशम् कल्याणकारणमशेषनिजानुगानाम् सत्वं नृसिंहमयि धेहि कृपावलोकम्. See, that was very powerful. Sakala kalmasha rashi nasham. All kinds of contaminations, all kinds of offenses, sins, all the oceans of them, all the categories of them may be destroyed by invoking Lord Nrsimhadev. Mercy, this is because Lord Shani Dev, no, the Saturn, Lord Saturn, he, the personification of Saturn, he's a devotee of Lord Nrsimhadev. So he is all about cleanliness. He will only punish people who do wrong. So he's a devotee of Nrsimha. So he's composing these verses about purity of heart. Kripavalokamam sarvatra chanchalataya sthitayapi lakshmya brahmadi vandya padaya sthirayanya padaravinda yugalam paramadarena Sattvam Nrsimhamayi Dehi Kripavalokam Yadrupamagamasirah Pratipadyamadhyam Adhyatmikadi Paritapaharam Vichintyam Yogeshwarairapagatakhila dosha sanghaihi Sattvam Nrsimhamayi Dehi Kripavalokam Prahlada Bhakta Vachasa Hariravirasa
स्तम्भे हिरण्यकशिपुं य उदारभावः पूर्वोर्निधाय तदुरो नखरैर्ददार सत्त्वं नृसिंहमयि धेहि कृपावलोकम् योनैज भक्तमनलां बुधिभूधरोग्रभङ्गप्रघातविशदन्ति सरीसृपेभ्यः सर्वात्मकः परमकारुणिकोररक्ष सत्त्वं नृसिंहमयि धेहि कृपावलोकम् यन्निर्विकारपररूपविचिन्तनेन योगीश्वरा विषयवीतसमस्तरागाः विश्रान्तिमापुरविनाशवतीं पराख्याम् सत्त्वं नृसिंहमयि धेहि कृपावलोकम् यद्रूपमुग्रमरिमर्दनभावशाली सञ्चिन्तनेन सकलाघविनाशकारी भूतज्वरग्रहसमुद्भवभीतिनाश सत्त्वं नृसिंहमयि धेहि कृपावलोकम् यस्योत्तमं यश उमापति पद्मजन्म शक्रादिदैवत सभासु समस्तगीतम् शक्त्यैव सर्वशमलप्रशमैकदक्षम् सत्त्वं नृसिंहमयि धेहि कृपावलोकम् श्रीकृष्ण उवाच एवं श्रुत्वा स्तुतिं देवः शनिना कल्पितां हरिः उवाच ब्रह्मवृन्दस्थं शनिं सद्भक्तवत्सलम् नरसिंह उवाच प्रसन्नोऽहं शनेतुभ्यं वरं वरयशोभनम् यं वाञ्छसि तमेव त्वं सर्वलोकहितावहम् शनिरुवाच नरसिंह त्वं मयि कृपां कुरु देवदयानिधे मद्वासरस्तव प्रीतिकरः स्याद्देवतापते मत्कृतं त्वत्परं स्तोत्रं शृण्वन्ति च पठन्ति च सर्वान् कामान् पूरयतां त्वं तेषां लोकभावना नरसिंह उवाच तथैवास्तु शनेऽहं वै रक्षो भुवनमास्थितः भक्तकामान् पूरयिष्ये त्वं ममैकं वचः शृणु त्वत्कृतं मत्परं स्तोत्रं यः पठेत् शृणुयाच्च यः द्वादशाष्टमजन्मस्थात् त्वद्भयं मास्तु तस्य वै शनिर्नरहरिं देवं तथेति प्रत्युवाचः ततः परमसन्तुष्टा जयेति मुनयो वदन् शनैश्चरस्याथ नृसिंहदेव संवादमेतत्स्तवनं च मानवः शृणोति यः श्रावयते च भक्त्या सर्वाण्यभीष्टानि च विन्दते ध्रुवम् इति शनैश्चरकृत नरसिंहस्तुतिः
Thank you very much for participating with me.